All right, guys, welcome into the $30 Rain Sunday Cash Scrim. Hope everybody has had a wonderful Sunday. And our first matchup is going to be Venkindi. So we're going to be starting this match one off being extremely cold. We've got a lot of good teams in here tonight. We're going to get all of that, try to get all of that action for you guys. And we're going to be, ooh, Iron Heart. That is a new team that I have seen. So we'll actually see how well these teams play out tonight. We've got a really good flight path for you guys. This is going to be kind of a southeast flight path coming out of the Pashkova all the way down to Milinar. Got a good flight path. We've got the cement factory in this. We've got Cosmodrome. We've got the villa. We've got castle. We've got the cement factory, the winery. We got some good places for these teams to jump down, loot up, suit up, and grab what they need and take on those fights to come. And it looks like we've got a few teams kind of towards the end of this flight path, but a lot of teams looks like they're going to be jumping and going towards that northwest, that northern area. And our very first zone is going to maintain that lower southeast with the cement factory and hot springs both in the first zone. These teams have plenty of time to grab what they need, and we've already got fight on the ground with Dope. It's going to be Team 19, Dope Esports. And Team 12, Zeniths. And Dope Esports already starting out this very first match with one elimination. And Zeniths are going to be down a member, so they're going to be moving forward with a team of 3. Hopefully they can get out of Villa alive. But with Dope being a really good team, but there's always, we could always lose Dope right off the top. We've got a lot of teams kind of in the we've got a lot in Motova, however you pronounce that. We've got like 3 teams here, and we've got Team 16 is going to be Next Elements, which looks like, yes. Okay, cool. Making sure I had the right team for you guys. So, Next Element along with Team 24, which is going to be Pittsburgh Boys. And Team 17 almost there. Pittsburgh Boys are sitting as a full squad right now. And it looks like just off of the distance a little bit, we've got Exo Assassins teams, or excuse me, Exo Elites. And it looks like we've got... Alright, and Dope Esports. Definitely came out on top there. They got 4 eliminations, but we've got quickly moving in. We're going to have a Shining Legacy. They are quickly moving in. They might be able to give a run for the money for Dope Esports, though, but we'll see how it goes. And it looks like we've got a team eliminated. Let's see. So, Zeniths has been eliminated in Iron Heart. Team 4 has been eliminated as well. We've got a lot of fights going on here. A lot of teams actually jumped right on top of each other. Shining Legacy already down a member. They do have 1 elimination. But with all of that being said, we've got another team. We've got Team 8 rolling in. It's going to be made in Nepal. They are rolling into Villa. More and more teams are starting to show up inside of Villa. So Dope may be in trouble here. They have lost 1 of their members. So they're going to be moving forward as a team of 3. So as these teams do come into Villa, brand new teams coming into Villa, they are going to be potentially be full squads. So Dope Good is going to be outnumbered as newer teams do start to move into the Villa area. Next Element with 4 eliminations, doing good here as well. And we'll go check out Blizzard Esports if they're still alive. I hope they are. This is another good team. And it looks like they're already down 0 eliminations. But they're down to now a single solo player. Can Yang be able to hold Blizzard alive to the very end here? Yang is going to be the last one still standing for Blizzard Esports. All right, with our teams rotating in to the zone, we're going to see a lot of these teams kind of pile up a little bit, kind of be moving right on top of each other. Let's go check out Infinity Reapers. Definitely been a little while since I've seen this team play. But they are down in Hot Springs with Youngest in Charge. This is another new team that is coming in. Looks like we've got a lot of, we might have a lot of new teams here. MostHated making their way in to the Hot Springs area. Almost there has one elimination, still sitting as a full squad. They're going to be making their way into a zone. A Golden PHYRA. One elimination, and one of their members has been eliminated. So they're going to be moving forward here, being a team of 3. They are out there in this blue zone with RageBait. Now, these two teams are going to be battling each other, plus the zone itself. So this is going to be a very tricky. Nice shots. Got a good drop. So RageBait with 8 eliminations, and they get returned. The firing, it does get dropped there. It is down and out, and RageBait is down and out as a whole. Now, Golden PHYRA with 3 eliminations. They're out there in the blue zone. They're going to have to revive, get healed up, and get moving, because the zone is going to start hurting as soon as it gets into the zone. Pittsburgh boys is still with 0 eliminations and a team of 3. And they are going to be rolling right on in really quickly to some gunfire. GodSent out there in the blue zone. And it looks like they're going to be making their way into zone as well. Team Intimidators started match 1 here, just being a team of 3, so they are already going to be outnumbered with most of these teams. Broken Spirits. They're down a member, so they're going to be moving forward with it being just a team of 3 as well, but they are playing smart. They're kind of moving in as the zone does push in. We still got our teams over in Villa. And it looks like Dope Esports is down and out now. Made in Nepal with 3 eliminations, moving forward, now being just a duo team. And Dope Esports is going to be down and out for match number 1. And we've got 24K. They're just a team of 3, 0 eliminations, and they're sliding right on in as that zone is pushing them forward. Almost there, down to Frozen being just a solo now with 2 eliminations. Can Frozen hold almost there into the game and get them into that top 10? Yang still being that top solo player for Blizzard Esports here, is doing exceptionally well, keeping the team alive, getting them to that top 10 spot. We're going to see where this zone does close in here momentarily. In about 13 seconds, the zone's going to start moving and start pushing these teams a little closer and a little farther into zone. But we do have a very wide area left for the coastline. We could see teams push towards the coastline, and that allows them to have something on the backside of them that teams are not going to be able to push from behind, and they'll be able to see what everything is coming right in directly toward them. Might have a confirmation here with a Pittsburgh. And a Golden PHYRA. This is going to be a 3v3 with Golden PHYRA and Pittsburgh boys. All right, Pittsburgh boys are going to be down to a solo. All right, Sandy, last one, still stands for Pittsburgh. Golden PHYRA rolled right in on top of him and was quickly started eliminating. And Pittsburgh boys are down and out. GG's there to Golden PHYRA. They have 6 eliminations on the board, and it's still sitting as a team. It looks like they're sitting still a team of 3. Broken Spirits again working their way in and waiting, kind of being patiently here, waiting for the prime opportunity as some of these teams do start to thin out a little bit. More and more teams are going to be eliminated, and they are just kind of staying out on the outside of every little bit of action that does take place, which is a good tactic. And Blizzard is now down and out. Yang definitely did some work there, staying alive, keeping that team up in there in that top 10. Sting is down and out. This is gonna now MostHated is now gonna be down just to a team of 3. This is a 3v2. MostHated outnumbers Made in Nepal. Golden Fire definitely moving in really quickly, right on top of... Oh, what team is this? Team 22, Broken Spirits, and and Slaughter gets dropped and is taken out. Golden Fire might have just been completely eliminated. This is going to be, now looks like it's going to be turning into a 2v2, maybe a 2v1. Broken Spirits down to just a solo. Teddy is down and out. Nice grenade. Dash with Intimidators kind of oversaw every bit of what just happened there. And Tuck with 5 eliminations for Golden Fire, giving them a total of 9 eliminations. We are down to just 6 teams that remain, and it is about to be crazy. GodSent, full squad still, 1 elimination. Dash with Intimidators has a really good view here. Can definitely see the teams as they do start to push in. And a Charlie with Intimidators is moving in to help Dash out to keep GodSent out there into that zone. Nice drops there. I was like, GodSent may be losing a player. Down and out. They are about to be eliminated. Sin's gonna be the last one still stands. Sin is running for his life and is down and out as Intimidators group up and is able to take them out. They have 2 eliminations. 4 teams remain. Youngest in charge with 6 eliminations and a team of 3. Golden Fire down to just a duo. Next Elements as well down to a duo. Let's see how well they can hold up. Intimidators have a really good position up on the hill. Definitely able to see quite a few teams. But they did start out as being a match 1, being just a team of 3, and they have done exceptionally well, just losing a member now, so they are going to be moving forward as a duo team. Next Elements of moving in on Youngest in Charge. Root Beer is down. Once again, Next Element is now down to just a solo. Youngest in Charge are going to be the ones with the most players that are still alive. 3 teams remain. Youngest in charge, kind of a downhill. So as that when that zone does shift, they're gonna have to shift up towards Golden Fire, or they're gonna have to go right up into Intimidators. That zone is starting to close in. Levels 16. It kind of took a one out wide there, kind of staying on the outside of that zone, but they absolutely no cover whatsoever. Tuk Tuk hanging out inside of a building does have a little bit of an advantage here, being able to see that zone and the bottom of the hill as a Dom is pushed up against it. And Dash looks like Dash is starting to head down just a little bit. Level 16 is going to be down with them being so far back from the rest of the team. Youngest in charge may be losing a member here. And Jat is hurting with the youngest in charge. Hurting just a little bit, does quickly heal up. Tuk Tuk kind of staying back, kind of watching the rest of this, but is also providing a lot of that information straight to Dom and saying where the rest of the teams are, where they're at. And it looks like levels of 16 and does make it for a revive. Youngest in charge are going to get the revive and stay being a team of 3. We are still down to a team of 3. 3 teams remain, and this zone has gotten extremely small. Dom kind of holding tight in the corner. And Tuk Tuk is gonna be being pushed out here fairly soon here as that zone does start to close in 20 seconds. Tuk Tuk is gonna have to make a run for it. But Dom sitting at the bottom of the hill, of the mountain. Intimidators jump off the mountain. It is going to be over for them. Levels is dropped down again. This zone is going to be hurting. Tuk Tuk is down. Dom gets a nice drop on Charlie. GG's, and nicely done. Very crazy where the zone ended up with Golden Fire taking the chicken dinner for match number 1. Youngest in charge coming in second. Intimidators coming in third. Next Element coming in fourth. Most Hated coming in fifth. GodSent coming in sixth. Almost there, taking seventh. Broken Spirits coming in eighth. Made in Nepal coming in 9th. Blizzard coming in 10th. 24K coming in 11th. Pittsburgh Boys coming in 12th. Infinity Reapers coming in 13th. Dope. I believe this was Dope Esports coming in 14th. And then RageBait coming in 15th. Shining Legacy coming in 16th. Exo Elites coming in 17th. and Zen coming in 19th. Not too sure who is team that came in on the 18th, but we'll get that for you for next match. Going all out goes to PHYRA-PHYR with 6 eliminations. Best companion goes to Jat 24K with 3 rescues. That is going to be match number 1. We'll get you here momentarily into match number 2. Y'all hang tight. All right, match 2. Here we go. We're here in Myanmar. And our winners from last match are going to be a GodSent. All right, we have a very west to east flight path here, cutting it in the north and the south. A lot of good places: Razak School, Pachinki, military base, Novo Repnoy, Yasnaya Palayana, Saverny, Georgia Pool, Gatka. Got some good places for these teams to jump down, loot up, suit up, grab exactly what they need, and moving forward, taking on any action fights that do come their way. It looks like GodSent are going to be jumping down really soon here. Let's see where they're headed to. It looks like they kind of did a split here. They are really scattered out in the Gatka area. So if any of these members do go down, it is going to be all over for them. It's not going to be able to get a revive. So they did scatter out quite a bit. Hopefully they don't come into any sort of contact with anybody. If they do, hopefully it's not a full squad. And all of our teams are down on the ground now. And we've got a lot that's out there towards the mansion area. We'll keep an eye on those two, on these teams. We have quite a few. It looks like we have like 6 teams in it. Naya Palayana. Actually, it's more than that. And we have fight breaking off with youngest in charge with 4x4 already down. Don't do it. Oh, okay, good. Woo. I was about to crash there. But 4x4 back up fairly quickly with a revive. We have next elements here. We have a RageBait. We have youngest in charge. We have Zen. We have Pittsburgh boys. Shining Legacy. We have quite a few teams down here in Yasnaya Palayano. This place is gonna be hot right now. Next element's already down to just being a duo with 2 eliminations fairly quickly. Zen starting out match 2 with a full squad. Shining Legacy is down a member. They're going to be potentially be going forward as a duo team. If they can get a revive, it'll put them up to being a team of 3. Susan coming in with a very quick revive, kind of out in the open, so they do need to be careful here. And Susan was unable to get that revive, was in the process of it, but was lost that revive. So Zen, not Zen, yeah. Shining Legacy is going to be moving forward as being a duo. Pittsburgh boys and the back on the police station. Full squad with 1 elimination. We are definitely in the mix of all the fights that's going on right now. We do have quite a few other ones that looks like they could be going on. Take a quick look around the map. go hop over here with MostHated with 3 eliminations. 2 of their members, one has been knocked, so they are getting that revive. Gonna be bringing them up to back to a team of 3. And it is a Blizzard Esports. 1 elimination. That was a really good smoke, maybe a grenade. MostHated already has 2 members been knocked. 1 is down. MostHated is in trouble. GG's. Phone 11 coming in with a clutch for MostHated, as they was able to quickly eliminate Blizzard. They now have 5 eliminations moving forward as being just a duo team. Frozen's in trouble and down and out. That's going to be almost there moving forward as a team of 3. And it looks like they are as well, that had actually scattered out quite a bit. Let's go find... Alright, they are on kind of the west side area. Alright, our team's in Yasnaya, Pollyanna still going at it. Looks like Young in Charge are going to be down to just a solo. And they are quickly eliminated just like that. Zen with 5 eliminations. Our teams in Yasnaya are quickly dropping. Pittsburgh boys with still 1 elimination and still sitting as that full squad. Shining Legacy still holding tight there as well with being a duo team. 0 eliminations right now. They do have plenty of time and plenty of teams that are still in Yasnaya with them. Next element, let's go check those out. They've got 4 eliminations and a duo. All right, 24K starting match 2, just being a duo team. So they are going to be completely outnumbered as just being a duo team. Shining Legacy's got a member down, 2 members down. Let y'all get back in that action here. So Shining Legacy with 2 members down, 3 eliminations. If they can get the revives fairly quickly here without being completely taken out, 3 of their members are down. It is going to be all up. They are getting a revive. 2 of their members have now been eliminated, so they're going to be moving forward with 3 eliminations and a duo. They're now going to be outnumbered by Zen. Looks like Zen is... Let's see, who else is inside Yasnaya? None of them. Our teams have... Those are the only 2 teams that are still inside there. Zen quickly moving in onto Shining Legacy. And a Shining Legacy looks like they're going to be down and out. Zen with 9 eliminations. Each of their members have 3 eliminations. Meowie is down. Is Meowie going to be revived? Look, Meowie is healing up. All right, we have a very center zone. $24K doing extremely well, staying alive inside the school area. Next elements are rolling into the school. MostHated as well, kind of in the school area. Rozek is still in play for these teams as well. We're down to 12 teams remain. Intimidators, with being a duo with 1 eliminations, they are fighting against this zone to hopefully they can stay alive. Our teams that were outside the zone are now pushing into the brand new zone here with Pachinki, Ruin, School, Rozek. These places are still in the zone. Crimes. This is looks like this is going to be a new team as well. And they have 6 eliminations. Alright, Dope Esports, 0 eliminations. Bad boys sitting, definitely putting some shots into over in 24K, but not really any hits going on. Alright, we've got teams stacking up in ruins. Let's go jump in with almost there with 4 eliminations of 1 of their members. 2 of their members are now going to be down and out. 5 eliminations. And they are up to 6. GodSent looks like they're going to be quickly down and out here. They do have 1 member still alive. Let's go check them out. Sin, the last one, still stands and is hurting. Trying to stay out of those flames. Good grenade. Nicely done. Almost there with 10 eliminations and eliminating GodSent. They are up to 8 eliminations. We've got 10 teams that remain. We still got School and Rozek in the zone. We could see a school zone here. GoldenPHYR moving in as well. They're going to be moving in to the zone. We could see a team actually get on top of this mountain here and actually see exactly, so they have that elevation so they can see the surrounding area a little bit. And it looks like GoldenPHYR may be actually doing that as we speak. So they are going to be taking this hilltop. They don't have much cover up here, but being that having that little bit of a high elevation, being on top of the hill, these teams will have to slowly push up, which will give GodSent a little bit of an advantage of that as the teams do move up. Rain Academy are currently at 0 eliminations, but they have a time with the 10 teams that remain. All right, and all 10 of our teams are inside the zone. Almost there. Is actually outside zone. Thought they were all our teams were in, but they are making their way in with those 8 eliminations. And we do see a school zone. Now there is not going to be a lot of cover here except for either school and or the apartments. And as these teams do actually start to stack in here, it's going to be absolutely crazy. Now, teams are smart. Right here, just slightly underneath the first O in a school, there's a hilltop right here that does provide a little bit of oversight of school and the apartments. We could see a couple teams go in that direction. But other than that, there is not a lot of cover as these teams are going to start pushing into the school area. And it is going to be some quick fights here inside the apartments. Meowie throwing that molly down the stairs. We've got Rain Academy. Oh, Rain Academy's got a member down. Broken Spirits with just 1 elimination now, but they are in that top 10. Rain Academy sitting as a team of 3, top 10 still with 0 eliminations. Frosty's being picked off there. Rain in RXN moving in. This is going to be a 4v3. Rain's got to play smart. And looks like a Frosty is going to kind of do a... We're kind of in trouble. There it is. All right. Was not allowing me to close that window. All right, Frosty did kind of move around. All right, we still got a very school zone, but now it looks like it's slightly moved over to just the apartments. So we'll keep an eye on those group of here for you guys. Let's get y'all over there into that action as well, so we can watch these two fights go on. All right, we're gonna jump in with 24K. All right, we're gonna watch Rain Academy over on the other cam. We're gonna watch 24K. Give y'all two different fights and locations. Rain Academy holding strong. Broken Spirits kind of holding back a little bit. Rain could easily push forward, but Broken Spirits are staying very close together just in case either one of their members do get knocked. They can definitely stay revived. And we have Dope Esports sitting at the school still. And a Frosty is down and out. Rain and RNx both are down and out. Rain Academy has been eliminated. Alright, Baby Tang kind of pulled away from the rest of the team and was able to get a couple eliminations. There did get one elimination. And Teddy kind of holding still. All right, remember, Dope Baby Boy is down, but it looks like it's gonna be revived by Baby Tang. Golden Fire with a member down, but they are still sitting as a full squad. If they can get both of these revives, Tuk Tuk is going to be down. They were not able to get that revive. Dom is down. It is all going to be up to a slaughter. And Kapow. All right, we've got Crimes, Golden Fire, and a 24. All three inside one building. We are down to 7 teams remain. Dope Esports has having a little trouble getting across the road away from the school, with MostHated right there waiting as they are going to be moving across that road. They've got 7 eliminations. And the zone does play in Dope Esports' favor here. So these teams are going to have to start actually moving out of there. We still have 3 teams in one of the apartment buildings. Crimes is still sitting as a full squad. 24K sitting as a duo. GoldenPHYR sitting as a duo as well. Looks like Dope may be in trouble. Looks like they did get that revive. They are going to be with 2 eliminations and a duo. Ninja is down. 24K has a member down as well. Ace may be down and out. 24K has been eliminated. MostHated is hurting a lot here. Is a phone 11 going to be able to maintain and get this revive? Was not able to get that revive because that zone is going to be hurting. Trying to stay alive. Phone 11 inside the blue zone, down and out by Dope. Dope is hanging in there just by the sliver of that blue zone. We're down to 3 teams remain. Not Your Type is down and out. 2 teams remain. It is going to be Crimes and Dope Esports. This is a 2v2. Both teams actually have to push toward one another. This zone is not going to be giving for either one of these teams. Crimes is going to have to push in toward Dope, and Dope may potentially have to move in right into Crimes, but looks like Crimes is going to be the one to actually have to push in. Dope is definitely holding on to just a sliver left of inside the zone as the blue zone does start to push in. Player 6 is down. Player 3 with Crimes is still alive. Nice shot, does get it. This is going to be a 1v1. Baby Tang and Player 3. Can a Baby Tang pull out a win? GG's, nicely done. Baby Tang was definitely not able to get that, but was very close into actually getting that chicken dinner. All right, going for that chicken dinner was Crimes taking the first place. Dope Esports coming in second. Broken Spirits coming in third. MostHated coming in fourth. 24K coming in fifth. GoldenPHYR coming in sixth. Zen coming in seventh. Next Element coming in eighth. Almost There coming in a ninth. Rain Academy coming in 10th. Intimidators coming in 11th. GodSent coming in 12th. Ironheart coming in 13th. Pittsburgh Boys coming in 14th. Shining up. Shining a Legacy coming in 15th. Made in Nepal coming in 16th. Infinity Reapers coming in 17th. Remember coming in 18th. Young in Charge coming in 19th. Blizzard coming in 20th. RageBait coming in 21st. That is match 3. Hang tight, we'll get you into match, or that was match 2. Hang tight, we'll get you into match 3. Going all out goes to Zeniths with 5 defeat. Best companion goes to Pittsburgh Boys with 3 rescues. Player 3 with Crimes dealing that final damage and that final kill, giving them that chicken to dinner for match 2. And in match 3, we'll be here with you momentarily. All right, match number 3. We're going to be here in Myanmar. Now, Myanmar being one of the larger land maps, it is still an 8x8, but there's a lot of land to cover. There's a lot of high points and places for these teams to sit and watch and get a very wide range of being able to see the area. Now, this is a sniper's paradise. We're going to potentially see a lot of snipers in this match. We're going to see a lot of long range fights. The teams are don't need to pay attention to exactly what's out a 50 to 100 meters from them, but out there a little bit farther towards kind of the 200, 300 meters, because you could be sniped and never know where you're being hit from until it's too late. Now, our flight path is coming from kind of the Los Llanos area, just east of Los Llanos, all the way up to La Cabrera, with El Pozo, San Martin, Power Grid, Picado, Los Llanos as well in this flight path. Minas de Vil as well. Got some good places for these teams to jump down, loot up, suit up, grab what they need, and take on fights as it comes. We do have quite a few teams that jumping out really early. Could see them go to either get down and go to Impala, get a vehicle and go to Impala, or we can see them actually jump into Los Llanos, maybe even see them jump straight down, which we do have a few teams that are going straight down. But we do have a majority of our teams are going up towards the end of this flight path, going up towards the water treatment area. And our winners from last match are going to be Crimes. And they are starting out. They are got a full squad, and they are down and looting up. We do have a quick fight in the Power Grid area with Rain, who is already down. Rain Academy, 3 eliminations already, and they have a member down. And it looks like Rain may not be able to get revived here, because Rain is out in the middle of nowhere by themselves. RageBait up there in a Power Grid. Unless we got Pittsburgh boys as well. Let's go jump in with RageBait already down to just a solo. Ninjas is going to be the last one still standing for RageBait. We still have everybody alive. All the teams are still alive. Rain Academy is now down to just a duo, but Pittsburgh looks like they're going to be quickly moving in. Gamma quickly gets that revive as Pittsburgh boys do start to push in. Him low on health. Gamma down. Rain Academy down and out. I think Rain Academy is going to be our first team out for match 3. All right, Ninja is going to be pushing right on in to Pittsburgh boys. Pittsburgh boys are moving really quickly as a good unit, as a good team. They are scattered out, maintaining the distance, but as well, they are really in close proximity of one another. Ninja is very much in trouble as Pittsburgh boys are going to start closing in on them. Ninja with a shotgun and a QBZ in hand. Definitely using the stairs as a low point and trying to slide across without being seen. Oh, with a shotgun in hand, and Ninja gets a 2 knocks and gets 2 eliminations. Pittsburgh, just that quick, is down to a duo. Ninja was able to pop up with a shotgun and take 2 of their players out really quickly. Ninja's in trouble. Ninja is down and out. So our second team looks like it's going to be RageBait. Pittsburgh boys moving forward now, just being a duo with 3 eliminations. Let's jump right over into Dope Esports, where they have just 3 members. Looks like one of the members has been disconnected, maybe has been eliminated. But either way, they're sitting as a team of 3 right now. Next team is going to be made in Nepal. And they are started out with being a team of 3. And they are now down to just a duo with 1 elimination. Dope Esports. This is going to be a 2v2. Blizzard with 2 eliminations, and as a duo here, they're going to be outnumbered. MostHated, match number 3, starts out with 3 members of the team, so they're going to be a team of 3. They're going to be outnumbered. We still got a lot of zone left for these teams to be able to push in to zone. Got quite a few teams that are playing out in that blue zone, so they're going to need to quickly find a vehicle and move into the zone, because as soon as that zone hits, it's going to start hurting. So they're going to be battling they get caught outside that blue zone with another fight. They're going to be battling each other plus that blue zone. Broken Spirits quickly down to just going to be a solo. Nice shots there by your not your type. Does get an elimination. Potentially could get elimination here for next element. Root Beer is the last one still standing, kind of off at the distance, gets no help. Is not going to be able to get a revive at all. So next element looks like they're going to be going down to just a solo. Broken Spirits looks like they're, guess, was able to get a revive. Close enough to get another revive, so they're going to be moving forward as a duo and was quickly able to get out of that area. MostHated with a member down. Are they going to be able to trying to get in for a revive? Oh, nicely done. Vic with 4 eliminations. Potentially got a squad wipe there. Well, MostHated had a team of 3, so definitely got a team elimination there. All right, our zone is pulling towards the north a little bit, with Hacienda, San Martin still in play, Water Treatment, Crudeville. Still a lot of good places for these teams to, as they pass through the area, to be able to get any extra stuff that they need. Young in charge down to a solo, looks like. Levels of 16 is in trouble. And definitely was in trouble there with Crimes getting that elimination. Layer 3 actually getting that one. So it's going to be putting Crimes with 1 elimination. And just that quick, team rolls in from behind. It is going to be Remember. Moving in quickly. Remorse putting in some bullets there and was able to get a couple, looks like a couple eliminations, if not 3 of those eliminations. So player 6 from Crimes is going to be the last one. Still stands. Can he hold his own? Does not. And Remember does come in with the team elimination. They now have 6 eliminations for the team. All right, we've got about 3 teams that are still outside in the blue zone, rotating in. They've got about 9 seconds before the zone starts to hurting. All right, next zone, we still have Hacienda Water Treatment in play. Now let's go take a quick look at exactly what's going on. We're going to jump in with Team 8. Made in Nepal. Let's go see what we have. It's kind of a wide open area for these teams. Not a lot of cover at all for any of these teams to be able to push in. So as the zone does close in for this area, it looks like it's going to be all smoke grenades. All right, Made in Nepal kind of crossing in the wide open area. They are going to the warehouse. It looks like this will provide them a little bit of cover as well as these teams do start to come in. Remember has a good position here inside the zone. They're not quite dead center, and they're not quite too far from either portion of the zone of the northern part, so they could have teams roll in behind them. We're down to 12 teams remain. All right, we have Intimidators. They are making their way into zone. with our 12 teams that are remaining. These teams are going to be scattered out, so we're going to see it kind of slow down a little bit here. Even though majority of our teams are inside the zone, we're going to definitely see it kind of slow down a little bit, since it is a wide open area, not a lot of cover, and for these teams to actually hide in, get behind. So the teams will pick certain buildings to kind of hold up in and just kind of wait and see what the zone will do. All right, remember, it has a member down, has 2 members been knocked, did get a revive there, so they're going to be a team of 3. If they can get that other revive, they're going to be back up to a team of 4. And it looks like they're going to be getting that revive, so they're going to be sitting back as a full squad. Intimidators are kind of pushing in from behind. Ooh, Dash got really close up here in Remember's territory, but does decide to back off, realizes that it's a full squad still there, and is going to circle back and get back with the remaining of the team. Next element, Root Beer, kind of hanging out in close to that zone, waiting patiently for that zone to shift. And the Root Beer is getting hit. And Root Beer down and out there. Dash quickly rolled in and was able to get an elimination, putting Intimidators on the board with 1 elimination. Broken Spirits, 1 elimination, and a duo. We've got 10 teams remain. Now let's go check out here. And let's get y'all back into that action here as quickly as we can. And back where we left off, we are going. All right, we've got 24K, 4 eliminations. Almost there, out of the distance a little bit, but they are closing in. They do have a few members that are on top of 24K. So I do have a couple members up almost there that are really close. Looks like Stars is hurt just a little bit there, but was not able to get knocked. So hopefully the Stars can actually heal back up here, which it does. Almost there. Is going to be caught out in that blue zone. They're going to be making their way in at full squad still. Wiz and Meowie making it their way into the, looks like they're going to be pushing right on into the next zone. Almost there, kind of split a 2-1-1. Meowie with those shots coming outside the car. $24K may be in trouble here now. A nice grenade. Zoom is down. Ace is being hit. Stars kind of sitting back a little bit. Stars gets hit. Almost there. Quickly surrounding 24K. Stars, it looks like, is going to be the last one kind of still stand. Wiz is down. We're almost there. They're going to begin that revive. They do have 5 eliminations for the team. All right, Intimidators on the board with the 3 eliminations. And they are a duo now. Let's go back to Remember, where they have 9 eliminations. There is, as you can see, there is not a lot of cover at all for these teams for this zone. This is going to be a wide open fight, and these teams are going to have to rely on smoke grenades if they have them, or even if they have enough smoke grenades to be able to push in closer into the center of that zone. Almost there, holding up behind a little group of hay bales. Not a lot there for them. Dead player moves in, tries to get in a little bit closer, does get some shots off, but nothing really hits. Could this be it for Dead player? Is down and out for Infinity Reapers. Nas2 is now gonna be moving forward with it. Nerve kind of actually a little bit of off of it at distance though. Are they close enough for any sort of revive if either one of their members do go down? We got 5 teams remain. Remember, out in the open, almost there, out in the open, coming in way out top is going to be Intimidators. GodSent, I believe, is going to be the only team, and they're the only team that is still standing with a full squad, 3 eliminations. They are going to be doing exceptionally well. They are outnumbering the remaining teams. Dom trying to push forward. 6-3 has been dropped. That's going to be a tough revive for GodSent. Nerve, last one still stands for Infinity Reapers. Gets a grenade out. Does that grenade even do any damage? It does get Slaughter knocked. 6-3 is down. 4 teams remain. GodSent has a member knocked. Dom is the only one that is potentially still standing. If he can get over to Slaughter, it'll give them being a duo. And this is going to be a 2v2v2 if Dom can get that revive on Slaughter. If not, Dom's going to be pushing forward now with GodSent. Remember, in almost there, kind of had the only little bit of cover at all that is still available out here for these teams. But almost there. is going to have to push in. You're going to have to push right into Remember. Dom's going to have to. Dom maybe just slightly inside zone. As the zone does start to shift, we got about 15 seconds. Dom is hurting and nicely done. Almost Zoom is down. It's out there in that zone. Frozen's gonna be the last one, still stands with 7 eliminations. GG's and nicely done. Let's check this out. Remember with the chicken at dinner, almost there, coming in second. Golden Fire coming in third. Intimidators coming in fourth. Coming in fifth is going to be Infinity Reapers. Broken Spirits coming in sixth. Made in Nepal coming in seventh. GodSent coming in 8th, 24K coming in 9th, Exo Elites coming in 10th, Dope coming in 12th, Next Elements coming in 13th, Ironheart coming in 13th, Crimes coming in 14th, Blizzard coming in 15th, Young in Charge coming in 16th, MostHated coming in 17th, Pittsburgh Boys coming in 18th, Zen coming in 19th, RageBait coming in 20th, and coming in 21st is going to be Rain Academy. Almost Frozen going all out with 7 defeats. Best companion with 2 rescues goes to Remorse, and Remorse dealing that final kill, giving Remember the chicken dinner for match 3. Hang tight, we'll get you into match 4 here just momentarily. All right, our last match for tonight. We are here in Sandhawk. Now, Sandhawk being a small land map and also a small map as well. It is a 4x4, so we are going to see a lot of quick action, a lot of teams potentially jumping right on top of each other and seeing those quick fights, that quick action. In this flight path, we have Paradise Resort, Boot Camp, and Pan Am. These three places could potentially be hotspots based off of this flight path. But now, it being small, you can just about get anywhere with any flight path. If these teams wanted to get out to Chamois, they could jump and go straight out to Chamois without a single problem at all. But Boot Camp, Paradise Resort, and Pan Am are going to be potentially be hotspots. We do have quite a few teams going straight into Boot Camp. We have a couple teams going into the Paradise Resort. It looks like we've got two there, but it looks like a majority of our teams are right here inside of Boot Camp. Let's go check it out. We have a MostHated, Next Element, Dope Esports, and RageBait all inside of Boot Camp. We have 4 teams inside of Boot Camp, and it's gonna be a hot. Next Element are down, and well, they've got one more. Next Element is now down and out. That's inside of Boot Camp. Dope getting that quick revive, keeping them a full squad. RageBait sitting as a full squad as well. MostHated as well as a full squad. We got 3 teams still remain inside of Boot Camp, and a MostHated and a RageBait are closing in. Phone 11 kind of dropping back a little bit, but Sting pushing forward. We could definitely potentially see Dope just kind of sit back here and watch this fight unfold, and then take on the next team, and that gets eliminated here. RageBait quickly moved into the building with Sting and Phone 11. Sting is down. Phone 11 coming in with a revive, clutching this revive as the remaining of MostHated moved right on in. It looks like RageBait may be down to just a single player now. And Dope saw the prime opportunity to move in. So Geo at 99, last one still stands for RageBait. But Dope had that prime opportunity, was quickly moved in right on top of MostHated, and is quickly doing some work here on MostHated. And MostHated has been eliminated, bringing Dope Esports up to 4 eliminations. RageBait is now down and out just that quick. Our 4 teams inside. Boot Camp have now been eliminated, and with Dope in charge of the Boot Camp. Let's head over into a Paradise Resort, where we have Made in Nepal, Zen, Remember, and Golden Fire. Golden Fire is still sitting as a full squad. Made in Nepal is going to be down to a duo team now. Just that quick. Can they stay alive long enough to be able to try to get to that top 10? Remember, definitely pushing really quickly through. Golden Fire coming in on So Hung. Made in Nepal are down and out. We have 3 teams still remain inside Paradise Resort, Golden Fire, with a member that's been knocked. Hopefully they can get a revive. Reminisce kind of coming in. Looks like it thought about moving in on Golden Fire, trying to get that. They do get that revive, so they're going to be staying as a full squad. Zen starting last match with just a team of 3. Looks like Rain Academy starting match 4 here, coming into the last match, being a team of 3, already down to a duo. Meowie with those nice long-range shots. Is him going to be able to get the revive, and does. That's going to be keeping Rain Academy as a sitting as a duo. Quickly moving in is going to be almost there. Him trying to get around. Gamma down again. And Rain Academy has been eliminated. Almost there with 3 eliminations and moving forward. Alright, we now have our 3 teams still in Paradise Resort are still there, but we do have a couple teams that are moving right on in. Looks like we've got Crimes moving in fairly quickly. Gets a good drop there on eliminating a player from Dope. Another good drop. Dope May is definitely in trouble. They have 5 eliminations. Matuski is down. Is Havoc going to be able to get a revive just to be able to keep the team sitting as a team of 3? But Havoc is kind of out in the open a little bit. It could be up to Baby Tang to be able to get that revive, but player 6 up there on the hill with Crimes. Havoc does come in for a revive. And Havoc gets dropped. And Matuski returns the favor and gets a revive as well. Got the Zen that came in to Paradise Resort. They're going to be sitting as a duo if they can get the revive. Hades quickly trying to get a revive, gets the revive, and they both kind of get out of the area, do get around a rock for a little bit of cover. Havoc is down. Baby Tang, or no. Alright, Baby Tang is going back toward Havoc to get that revive. Will Baby Tang be able to get in quick enough to be able to get a revive? Looks like it. So they're going to be potentially being moving forward as a team of 3 still. Player 3 with Crimes gets a nice drop there on a Matuski. Alright, Baby Tang. Alright, looks like they did eliminate Baby Tang, coming in for a revive for the team. Golden Fire is got 2 of their members down, quickly getting a revive. That's going to be back up to a team of 3. Dom is down. Will Dom be able to get revived? If so, that's going to be keeping them a full squad. Remorse is down. Or Remember. And was being revived. But with a Zen right on the other side of the wall. And Remorse is going to be revived. Remember is going to be moving forward as a duo with 3 eliminations. Nicely done. Remorse coming in from behind was able to actually take out Zen and getting the revive. All right, we have a Golden Fire and Remember left inside Paradise Resort. Now our zone has shifted with Tamak and Kaho still in zone. We're down to just 7 teams that remain for match number 4. Our zone shifts, not leaving a lot of buildings and cover for the remaining teams. So these teams are going to have to quickly battle it out, or they can rotate in and try to get those last 2 places down there by the, I'm going to call them the docks, the pier area. Ironheart still alive as a full squad with 1 elimination. Doping with 8 eliminations. And a team of 3 quickly is going to be moving in here. They've got 10 eliminations. And Not Your Type with the team at 22. Broken to Spirits, still the last man still stands. 5 teams remain. Alright, the Dope is moving into zone. We also have almost there moving into zone. Oh, and Tom gets hit and taken out by Zoom. 4 teams remain. Golden Fire is down and out. Almost there with 14 eliminations. 3 teams remain. Ironheart with a full squad, almost there with 3. Dope Esports as a team of 3 as well. Ironheart with now down to just a team of 3 with 3 eliminations. They're going to be pushing, going to have to go into zone. They're trying to get across, so this is going to be tricky. Alright, looks like Smiley with Ironheart trying to move in. The other 2 are going to be out in that blue zone. That blue zone is going to be stinging here. Smiley with some good shots. Almost there. He takes Smiley out. Alright, they're the last one. Still stands for Ironheart. Gonna be fighting that blue zone, so Ironheart are gonna be out here in momentarily. Dope Esports with 11 eliminations. They're sitting as a team of 3. Almost there, sitting as a team of 3 with 16 eliminations. We're down to just 2 teams remain. Wiz getting some shots in. Zoom and Meowie kind of up close. Alright, Meowie's moving in as well. Baby Tang moving around kind of towards the left side. Wiz rolls right on up in the buggy. Baby Tang pops up now. Is he going to be able to try to get... Wiz runs over Baby Tang. Dope Esports is now down to just a duo, potentially. If they can get a revive, it's going to be back to a 3v3. Almost there. Has to work quickly here if they want to get that chicken and dinner. They're down to just 1 member. Havoc is the last one that is still staying. This is a 2v1. Can Havoc bring out a clutch win for Dope Esports? Nicely done by Wiz with almost there. GG's almost there. Taking that chicken dinner for match number 4. Dope Esports coming in second. Ironheart coming in third. Broken Spirits coming in fourth. Golden Fire coming in fifth. Exo Elites coming in a sixth. Remember coming in a seventh. Blizzard coming in eighth. Zen coming in a ninth. 24K coming in 10th. Crimes coming in 11th. GodSent coming in 12th. Intimidators coming in 13th. Rain Academy coming in 14th. Made in Nepal coming in 15th. RageBait coming in 16th. MostHated coming in 17th. Next Elements coming in 18th. And Infinity Reapers coming in 19th. Going all out with 8 defeats goes to Dope Havoc. Baby Tang with the best companion with 3 rescues. Almost Wiz with the finisher, dealing that final elimination, giving almost there the chicken dinner for match number 4. That is going to be it for tonight. Definitely saw a lot of good action, a lot of quick fights, and a lot of these teams just taking it slow and putting points on the board for the teams. So that is it for tonight for the $30 cash prize or rain scrimmage. We'll see y'all again next week for another rainy Sunday scrimmage. Y'all have a good evening.